What's going on, you guys? It's Chris broadcasting from the D. That Stockton, California situation, I hadn't covered it. I was kind of late to the party, so I was going to just let it be. But there's been a few additional developments with it, so we're going to go ahead and get into it now.
Tonight, our dispatch received reports of possible gunshots near the 1900 block of Lucille Avenue. What we have confirmed at this time is that there was a banquet hall where a family was celebrating. We have 14 victims of this shooting. 4 of those are deceased. The victims have been transported to local hospitals throughout the area. This is a very active and ongoing investigation. Information remains very limited at this time. Early indications suggest that this may be a targeted incident.
Remember that part.
Investigators are exploring all possibilities at this time. Detectives are working diligently to determine the circumstances leading up to this incident. We are urging anyone with information, whether it's videotape, surveillance, maybe you're in the area and you saw something, to please contact the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office.
Developing overnight from
The thing that I hate about that is that nobody's going to say anything. Stuff like this happens. Everybody's talking about prayers up, RIP, I'm going to keep you in my prayers, all that sort of stuff. But nobody ever gives up the perp. People be knowing, but nobody ever wants to say anything.
California, where a manhunt is now underway. Authorities are searching for a gunman who opened fire at a child's birthday party in a banquet hall. At least 4 people are dead, 10 more are injured. This took place Saturday night in the central California town of Stockton. That's about a 45-minute drive south of Sacramento. Deputies arrived at the scene to find a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 15-year-old among the injured. Early indications suggest this may have been a targeted incident. The FBI is now assisting. The mayor of Stockton is in tears, condemning the actions that has shaken this community.
This is when families come together, celebrate, share memories, give each other love. And unfortunately tonight, heaven is a little bigger with the individuals, children and adults that unfortunately did not make it. Stockton is better than this.
Now, this was a 2-year-old's birthday party, mind you, a 2-year-old. And I've seen reports, though I haven't been able to confirm, I've seen reports that there were anywhere between 100 to 150 people attending this 2-year-old birthday party that was being held at this hall. Keep that information in mind as well as we continue.
The county district attorney also addressing the public, saying whoever is responsible will be held to the highest extent of the law.
Tragedy of this nature is unthinkable, and it absolutely breaks our heart to have the loss of life and to have the loss of life to children in our community. We are doing everything possible to bring the individual that's responsible for this to justice.
Victims have yet to be identified. We do know Governor Gavin Newsom has been briefed. His office is monitoring the situation. And of course, we will continue to bring you any updates throughout the day.
We have here the father of the 14-year-old who was slain, and he gives a very emotional account, just going over how he misses his son.
Today, the family of Amari Peterson, the 14-year-old killed in the shooting, is speaking out. Your reporter, Tori Abadaka, speaking with his parents tonight, who want the world to know who their son was.
I have an image of my son dying in my head over and over and over and over. Then him smiling, then him walking away, then him smiling, then he coming like... I just keep seeing my son in my head.
It's painful images Patrick Peterson is now stuck replaying of his 14-year-old son, Amari, who was shot to death while at a child's birthday party.
This is just too cruel. You should never have to bury your kids, man. That is just too cruel. And we're not minimizing the others who were lost. There were 3 other people who were lost Two of the other three who were lost were also children. But this is the parent that's been the most vocal of the parents that lost. That's why I'm showing him here.
His nickname was Ferrari Mari. That was my nickname for him.
He was fast.
Yeah, he was really fast.
Images, unlike the hundreds he has of Amari, smiling, hung on the walls of his home.
Oh my God, he took my baby.
Countless memories he's now holding close.
Maybe I should have just dove in front of the bullets and maybe he'll still be alive.
I get it, man. I do. You know, my son is 22 years old. And just recently, I was looking at pictures of him from when he was 14. You guys know when you have iOS devices, they'll kind of kick you old memories. It was kicking me memories of him, you know, over the years. And so, yeah, I was just looking at pictures of him when he was 14 and younger. And so I empathize with this man because you are not supposed to have to bury your children. And then your son, your son is everything. If you're a man, that son, you are so proud of him just that you have a son. So, man, I get where he coming from. I would not wish this on somebody that I hated.
When bullets started flying, Peterson says it felt unreal. He grabbed his baby girl to duck behind a kitchen counter and then rushed to Amari when he saw he was down.
I'm on top of Amari. I'm trying to grab him. I'm like trying to see where he's hit because he's just sitting there just going, and I'm just like, man, I'm like, where you hit at? Where you hit at?
He discovered a bullet hole the size of a nickel on Amari's
His last
chest.
words to his son is, where you hit at?
Hospital in life-saving efforts. Amari didn't make it, leaving Peterson, his wife, and other children who were there too, heartbroken.
My daughter, she got hit. I could have lost her, you know, and she it's gonna change her for life. My son is gonna change him for life.
Peterson says he lost the boy who made him the man he is today.
I was his coach.
Building Amari a life that he never had.
He got straight A's. He was a good student. He was a good team player. He was athletic.
Do you have...
Hey, listen, shout out to this dad, for real. Like, I love seeing dads like this. This is a man, he's got a family. He's got multiple children. He's with the woman that he has his kids with. That negative image that we all out here, baby mamas, baby daddies everywhere, that our children are all thugs and hoodlums and whatnot, even though that is the case, a lot of the time, there are also a lot of dads like him that believe in family, the family unit like him. The problem is you don't see us like that because we're not the ones on social media acting a fool. So you have a group that does behave like this, and they're the most visible because they're the ones always on the news. They're the ones always in viral videos for being moronic. And guys like him, they just live and just raise their family. You don't go viral for that. So that's why you don't see him.
Any words for whoever is responsible for all of this?
If you have enough sense to pick up a gun and aim and shoot it, you got enough sense to take your responsibility of your actions.
A senseless act that left 2 other children and a 21-year-old dead.
This was one of the shoes that he had on the night. His blood is on there.
And a father searching for peace.
Absolute ridiculousness.
With parting words to his golden boy.
And daddy is sorry, and daddy love you, and daddy miss you. Daddy ain't gonna never be right without you.
Damn, man.
So painful to hear.
That was rough to hear, y'all, for real. Like, I just keep imagining me in that situation. That is rough, man. Listen, you guys, y'all hear me say all the time about staying home, about how I just don't go to certain crap. I'm not going to attend certain crap. Something like that, unfortunately, his children attended and they were put in danger. Now, let me go back to the whole thing that I was saying about how 100 to 150 people reportedly were at the hall for this situation. The mom of the 2-year-old, okay, who was throwing a party, apparently the kid's dad, this is what's being told, He's a rapper and reported gang member. I wasn't able to find that out heads or tails. There's some evidence of it, but not definitive enough to where I feel comfortable just flat out saying, yeah, that's the case. I try to be responsible when I'm, reporting on stuff like this. Also, rumor has it that he was the intended target. He apparently was there and he got out without a scratch. So imagine if he's the intended target and they hit everybody but him. Hit a bunch of kids. Ridiculousness. So as I be saying to y'all, man, stay home. Stop trying to be in the streets. Ain't nothing out in the streets but trouble. Stop trying to be outside. Outside is only good when you can control the environment, when you can go outside somewhere where things are less likely to happen. Just going around certain people, and people hating when I say this, but do you still hate it when situations like this happen and I say this? You hate it when things are peaceful, but then when stuff like this happens and I say it again, it's crickets. Now, this was outside of that hall somewhere, and they heard 2 waves of shots and got on up out of there. All right, what we have here is the father, Dougie 3Z. This is the one who people believe was the intended target, and he's out of there rolling, and he went live to, I don't know if it was to really like show people that he was okay, or if it was to kind of stunt on the ops, like, y'all miss me. Y'all be the judge. And you see the chat talking shit. Like say, damn, you survived. Another is like, you survived, gang. Another is glad you good. Somebody say, where the op pack? Somebody's asked, you got hit.
Shot where?
So he like, shot where? Fuck out of here is what he said. So he letting y'all know he ain't get hit.
Not hit, not shot, no none of that.
I can't speak on how another man should move, but I will say this. If it were me, the last thing I would be doing is going live. If I was the intended target and I made it out of the situation, the last thing that I would be doing is showing myself on live, talking about some shot where and whatnot, because what's going to happen is, more likely than not, the ops are going to be looking for you harder than before. And they going to be trying they damnedest not to miss next time. Now, there's already been senseless loss of life here. And I don't wish that for him, because I think him being slain will also be a senseless loss of life. But when you do stuff like this, you invite these sort of things into your life. So, I mean, blessed for now, but for how long? Because if you go online taunting, that leads me to believe that he may also be the type of guy that's also going to be going outside in different places trying to show out and they ain't get me. I don't know. He may not be that way, but I have seen others play the same card and it not work out for them. Everybody want to be tough. Everybody want to be gangster, man. ain't got nothing to say. He just reading the chat now. You know, I was born and raised in this city. I came through some rough parts. When you get away from this shit, you don't never want to go back to it.
All I can say is that
this here is the mom of the 2-year-old whose party it was. Pay attention to just what she says, her demeanor. When I looked in the comment section, a lot of people had a lot to say about the tat on her throat. The tat on her throat means something apparently. And also others just didn't feel like she really was as remorseful as she should have been. I'm not going to speak to that because people handle grief in their own ways. However, it was almost unanimous that people believed she knows something more than what she's giving off. And that may be true, but I mean, you know the street code. You don't talk. Even if you know who it is, you're not supposed to get them up to the police. That's just how it is.
I'm sorry to all the mothers and children out there. If I could do anything to prevent this, I would. I threw a birthday party for my little daughter. She actually turned 2, and I just wanted all my family to come together. And
so the throat tattoo says choke Biddy. And this is what I heard about it. I'm not sure how true it is. But apparently choke was some homeboy or something, somebody who she affiliated with. And Biddy, from what I was told, is how people, their affiliates, pronounce city. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but culture is different city to city. That could just be slang terminology. So do with that what you will.
Be together as it'd be like an incident happened. As me getting ready to start my baby, to start cutting her cake and stuff, everybody's getting together around and just start cutting the cake, and all we heard was gunshots, and everybody just fell to the ground. It was just unexpected. I don't know what happened.
She says it was unexpected, but if you're having gang affiliates at a children's birthday party, you know, you have all these people. And again, I don't know this for sure. This is just a lot of stuff that I'm reading from people who are in Stockton. I'm in Detroit. I can't see that far. But from what I have gathered, if you are choosing to have a certain type of people at a kid's birthday party, it can't be that surprising when certain things happen. You invite certain elements and certain things are going to happen behind them.
So shocked and lost, and I'm lost of words. I'm speechless, and I just want to say I'm sorry to all the mothers out there that lost their kids at my birthday party. I don't even know what was going on. Everybody was inside. It was just a misunderstanding. Everybody was getting ready to cut the cake, like I said, and I actually thought it was my balloons popping. It was gunshots.
Wait, what? What? Now, this is my first time watching this. I'm reacting to this right along with you guys. A misunderstanding. I don't know if she just nervous and saying that. I don't know what she mean by that. And then her saying that she thought it was like balloon pops. Come on now. Like, we all grown as hell here. We know what a balloon pop sound like, and we know what the other things sound like. It doesn't come off sincere. It doesn't come off believable. I'll just sum it up like this. That statement there, the back-to-back, did not come off well at all.
So it's my daughter's niece. Both his nieces passed away. My sister actually got shot. My cousin got shot. My son's friend got shot. My 3 of my friends got shot. My friend's baby dad got shot and got.
So they really did hit everybody but the intended target. if her kid's father was the intended target, like everybody believes.
Cute. Yes, I work for the AA Whole Life Center. I work with the youth. That's why it's really hurting me, because I see youth all day. I see kids all day. I'm a mother of 3. So for me to see kids on the floor and just bleeding and I can't help them, and I help people that I help the youth at my job, it was hurting me not to help them on the floor.
Word out there on the street. Again, this is unconfirmed by me. Her 3 kids are by 3 different men. All 3 are supposedly, reportedly, gang affiliated in some sort of way. Do with that information what you will.
And was the uncle who was going to talk as well?
Try not to be in public all the time with your kids, because anything can happen, and bullet do not have a name. I believe that if you guys ever have a birthday party, just have a birthday party indoors, and don't be outside.
She didn't have to have a party for a 2-year-old where she invited a ton of adults, especially gang affiliated ones. Just saying. It's a tragic situation, and I'm empathetic to her because she lost people. But ultimately, it's like, don't be outside because anything can happen. Most people don't have to worry about this sort of stuff. It's your associations in many cases that create situations like this. So if you hang around with a bunch of people that are engaging in bad things, then bad things are likely going to happen around you at one point or another. I know people that have never experienced things like this growing up, have never experienced things like this in their adult life, and probably will never experience something like this for the rest of their lives. I'm trying to be like that. I don't want no events like this in my life. I don't want to go to some party or whatever and be scared that the balloons popping might really be something else. So I'm going to leave it there, though, you guys. This whole thing is still going. No arrests have been made. No shock there. We know how California is when it comes to crime. So even if arrests are made, we don't even know if they'll be like prosecuted to the full extent of the law or let loose. Who knows? They probably won't be let loose, but just who knows if they'll ever even be caught. If I could be really real with y'all, I would be shocked if somebody actually is caught and prosecuted for this. I'm leaving it there, though, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.